Two. Welcome everybody to the first race of the BUSR Summer Championship. I'm Cav.
I'm Doom.
And we are going to be at Charlotte Motor Speedway. As you can see, qualifying is currently underway. And we have a number of cars currently out on track. We have some people who've already set times. So we are currently watching Peter Stather come across the line. What's he going to do? A 1:34, 1:6. No. 32.781, and then he goes into the wall. Jack Knowles just come across the line.
Goes underground because we love this game physics.
Yeah. Yeah, you're bang on with that one. We have Tom Alder coming around the final couple of corners now. And not showing the timing correctly right now for some reason. SDK is deciding to have some fun with it. Don't know if that's because he hasn't set a valid time or if there's something else at play.
Not setting a valid time is a valid hypothesis. As you can see, he just went super wide there, so that would invalidate the lap. Unless iRacing works different. I only drove for like one season.
Oh,
so
that would invalidate the lap.
Yeah.
Cameron Gold is currently on the back stretch. And yeah, looks like another invalid lap. They must be picking up off tracks, but it's very difficult to do here at Charlotte. It's more likely they're picking up slowdowns because in iRacing, compared to something like ACC, which we saw on Monday, all of this runoff that you've got counts as valid. Only when you're getting more than half the car on the grass where there's an issue. Let's see what Marley Watts does. Goes quite wide out as we are getting ready to go back onto the oval. And yeah, the thing about this is it is the Roval, so it is a lot of flat out. There's a lot of corners because, well, you've got backstretch chicane. Proper bus stop style. Driver's been warned about running below the blue line, so let's see if Marley Watts adheres to his friend and teammate Peter Stather's instructions. Does he sets a 33.189.
So that puts him right up into P3 for now. That's kind of the time I would expect, to be honest.
Yeah, and it's coming up to the end of qualifying, which means it's going to be time for race 1. And this is going to be the grid. Peter Stather from Jack Noller, from Marley Watts, from Charlotte Perkins, from Jonan Turner, from Cameron Gold, from Alder. Now, Charlotte Perkins is new to this series, that's why she's showing up with black next to her, whereas we have some reds and some blues. Reds mean that these are people who have finished university, so they are considered alumni. Blue means they're students. Charlotte Perkins is also a student. You might see some graphics that pop up that talk about leading class for students and alumni. Oh, I've just noticed we're getting a rolling start on this one. They're quite fortunate because these Mazda MX-5s, they tend to be a standing start. Who would you put your money on, Doom?
I mean, Peter Stather is the race organizer as far as I know, and this is probably one of his more favorite choices of car and location. But then there's also Jack Noller, who is just an insane driver. So it's between those two, I'd say.
And though he drives an older generation of it, he does actually race the Master MX-5 in real life.
Yeah, so he's got plenty of experience with this car. Then again, Peter Stadler probably chose this for a reason, and that being that he likes it.
Yeah, I mean, it also makes good production values, and it's a free piece of content, unlike Daytona, which he prefers to run with
As
these
is
things.
very much true, yes. We do try to run these championships in such a way that they're as accessible to everyone as possible.
But here we go, as they go through the final chicane. Oh, they are already banging doors, and Peter Stadler goes, and it is green. We go green at Charlotte. And look at that, it's Marley Watts looking to the inside for turn 1. That was a bit brave. Jack Knowles holding around the outside of Peter Stadler, but we already have a car round! Is that Charlotte Perkins? It is! But back up in the battle for the lead, and Noller is still side by side with Stadler as we go through turn 3 and 4, and they touch! Noller's a little bit sideways, but Stadler's holding on in there, they touch again! Stadler's going to be run out wide, Noller's going to hold the inside, need to watch out for the pinch point coming up, and Marley Watts in the background, so he can easily make gains, but Noller, for now, is through.
Yeah, it's a good start there for Noller, and Marley Watts up into P2 as well now. Although, that can still change after this corner.
That's the good thing about the Masters, and Stadler looks to the inside of Watts, but he doesn't have a run. Meanwhile, further back, it looks like Turner and Gold are battling away. They are both University of Portsmouth students, so it is a Portsmouth Battle Royale. Oh, what's that in the background? They've hit the wall! We'll have to look back at that in a moment. We'll have a look at that once this lot have come through the final couple of corners, because Marley Watts is challenging for the lead right now. I think you get a bonus point for leading a lap in this, so he has all the incentive in the world to do it. Glued to the rear bumper of Jack Noller.
And likewise, Peter Stadler isn't far behind. Peter Stadler goes up the inside as Marley Watts goes a little bit wide there. They go a bit on the grass, but that's probably fine.
Yeah, a little bit on the grass is okay. At the end of the day, this doesn't impact their safety ratings or iRatings. So, as long as they don't go past an instant limit and rack themselves up a penalty, it's going to be good. But look at that. Stadler has managed to get a good run on Watts out of the out of the road course back onto the oval, and is now in the slipstream of Jack Noller. They're bump drafted. They're about to go 3 wide into the bus stop, are they? No, Stadler covers off from Watts. He's going to go deep into the chicane, though. And he's pushing Watts to the outside. Oh, just close to the wall. Meanwhile, let's have a look at some of these.
Close.
Let's look at some of these moments. Cameron Gold and Jonan Turner, for example. What happened here? So, Gold's already getting loose. He comes back across on Turner, and oh, that's just unfortunate. I see Tom Alder has reported 2 crashes. First one, it's just getting loose. Just really unfortunate. I think we saw that happen in qualifying for Alder. And then on the next lap, oh, hard into the wall.
Yeah, I would say it's not very easy to get the car loose, but once it's loose, it stays loose. It's very hard to get it back.
That was a good overtake from Marley Watts. And now let's bring it back up to live. And yeah, Watts is back in second place. No, you are definitely right, dude. It is so hard to bring it back if things go wrong.
Tom Alder is currently in the pits. I'd imagine repairing some damage from the collision with the wall earlier.
Yeah, most likely that is going to be the case. Because they do get a fast repair to use in each race. So you can do that and you shouldn't lose too much time. But, ooh, I'm just getting reports in right now, Doom, that Cameron Gold has crashed again. But Marley Watts just gone around the outside of Jack Noller, coming out the final corner. They're going to be battling into the first turn. This is going to be some more side-by-side action. I'm really looking forward to seeing how this one unfolds. Now, on the first lap, it was victory for Noller, who had the inside through these parts against Peter Stather. Let's see what Marley Watts can do at the same point. Cameron Gold has entered the pits. Oh, Noller goes wide. Marley's going to be looking to the inside now. Oh, but he gets a bit loose, and now Stather's closed right back up to them. So, Doom, do you remember much about when you were running these things in Daytona, apart from just praying for it to end?
Oh, I remember a bit, yeah. I mean, the cars are these Mazda MX-5s are pretty easy to drive, but you do need to pick your racing lines quite well with them, I think, because they have a fairly low acceleration as opposed to some other cars. So exit speed is very important here, especially onto this oval section where you can then either use a slipstream or just pass someone by having a better exit.
Yeah, as we've just seen with Peter Stather getting past Marley Watts on the oval this time. Got a couple of notifications coming through on our ticker about incidents for some of our other drivers. We did see Tom Alder in front of the shot a moment ago as Jack Noller has a bit of a lock-up at the first corner. Let's have a look at these before we get back to it. So Cameron Gold, he was reported as having crashed. What's happened here? Oh, he's got in too hot. Is it going to be the wall again? No, it's just a spin. Lucky for him. But then he went into the pits not long after. And Alder, is it going to be the wall again? Oh, he was very lucky there. Didn't hit any walls. Then Cameron Gold again. Is it going to be getting loose through here? It is, and he hits the wall the same way that Alder did. Oh, but that's a lot more extreme. Meanwhile, I've just seen something come through on our feed. Look at this! Stather up the inside of Noller. He managed to get the run through that first corner where Noller had the lock-up. And he's holding on to the lead.
Well, this just got a lot more interesting because after seeing Stather back by like a second, I thought Noller and Watts would run away, but no, he's clearly come back. He wants this win, and it's a three-way battle for first place.
It is, and they're side by side going into the final chicane. Tom Alder's going to see this in the rearview mirror and just start to be very scared. Oh, and Stather's getting the elbows out and gets hit in the back by Watts. But they are still rank and file. These three. Oh, wow. Looks like Stather's got a bit of an advantage, but the slipstream on the oval is worth a fortune. That said, Stather's starting to get some of Alder's slipstream, so it looks like Noller and Watts are going to have to work together here.
Yeah, you can see they're bump drafting there a little bit, allowing them to get a little bit more speed to catch up to Stather there. Nola is now back in the lead after Stadler went a little bit wide on the chicane exit.
Yeah.
And Watts is not far behind. Stadler getting a little bit loose there.
And now they've caught right up to Tom Alder. Now, how is this guy going to behave as lap traffic? Been really good at ACC. I don't think we've seen him being lapped in iRacing before. But the problem is they want to use him for a tow. And now he's decided, I'm getting out the way. So, Nola is being pushed by Watson. Stadler is going to be helping out. It's been a complete change of positions from a lap ago. And they're trying to stick it 3 wide. Look at this. Watts to the inside going into the bus stop. And they're over the curb. And Stadler... It's like through goes Lewis Hamilton. Peter Stadler's into the lead. Look, it's hard to find ways to describe it because it's just going to keep going on. And I think by the time that we're going to commit to saying something, something will have changed. I mean, I see an incident on the screen that I want us to go back and look at. But right now, I don't know what's going to happen with this lot. So, I don't know if we can have a look at it because I have a feeling by the time we get back, we could be missing a 3-car pileup. I see a massive dent the front of Marley Watts' Mazda. That's probably from where he's gone into the back of Stadler and Nola a couple of times. Meanwhile, that's how it gets loose on the grass!
Yeah, that causes Marley Watts to brake a little bit sooner there to avoid collision, and so now he's a little further back. I'm sure he'll catch up in a few laps time, well, a few corners time even, and yeah, Nola's still chasing Stadler there. So not much has changed this last lap actually, which is a change of pace compared to the other laps we've seen.
Yeah, look at their last lap times. They are about well, they're over a second off the fastest lap. The fastest lap currently held by Marley Watts at 1:32.2. Shows the impact of slipstream because it's nearly 8 tenths faster than the next car, and these are all on a fixed setup. Oh, and Watts cuts the bus stop. That's not going to do his bids any good. But they are side by side around the banking through turn 3 and 4 of the oval. And Nola gets back through. Will Stadler have a switchback? Oh, this is the white flag is out. This is the final lap.
All is to play here in this final lap, and anything can still happen.
Now, Doom, I'm going to have to ask you a question. If you were in this slipstream fest, would you rather be somebody like Peter Stadler, who is chasing down Jack Nola and it gets close? Or would you be Jack Nola defending us the chasing?
Oh, this question, Cav.
What question? I'm just asking questions here, man. Would you rather be
I
chased
mean...
or chaser? There's contact! There's more contact! Nolan gets shoved out the way by Stanner! Seriously, Doom, would you rather be the chaser or the chasing?
I mean...
Or the chased, sorry.
When it comes to oval racing, my understanding in general is you want to not be in front, because then you're using up more of your fuel and you're cutting the air for everyone else. So until the very final lap and the last few corners, you want to be chasing.
Okay.
But
so,
now...
Side by side to the bus stop. I think Stanley is going to listen to your advice there. I think Stanley's a bit of a chaser himself. So, as Watts goes wide, he's going to try and make this a 3-car battle. They stick below the blue line for as long as they can. Stanley's going to give Nola a little bump here. Oh, he's looking to the inside. And Watts is too far back unless something goes wrong for these two. We've seen it happen to Charlotte Roval before. Who's going to break later into the chicane? It's Nola. But Stanner's going to look to the outside. They both hit the curbs. It's going to be a run to the line. Stanner has it. It's contact! And Watts is through in second place. Meanwhile, Jonah Turner gets a very lonely but a very well-deserved 4th place in this race. Somebody's blown up their engine. I wonder who that could be. I think it is somebody who just got 2nd place. Yeah, because there's Jack Noller. Charlotte Perkins gets 5th. Let's see what happened to her. We had a moment for her earlier in this race. Hits the curb. Gets a bit loose. Yep. Just spins. Keeps out the wall, though.
Yeah, very easy to spin once it starts going.
Then it's up to the last car, Cameron Gold, who's... Oh.
Well, that's an interesting remodeling of the car.
How has he managed that? Well, only one way to find out. He's taken this. Super quick. Got on a bit of a hop and a skip and a wall.
Ooh. Yeah, that's not gonna do your car much good. Not advised.
Suboptimal. Not ideal. He's just going to cut the cones, get the slowdown. Doesn't mind out getting a penalty.
At that point, I wouldn't blame him.
Now we have a couple of moments till we get next part. Don't have a results screen to show you. We have a point stand. Not. Do have this. So the drivers now have a couple of minutes of warm up. Then it's going to be another race, this time half an hour, around Charlotte Motor Speedway. Now, do you know much about Charlotte, North Carolina, Doomskull?
Not really. I know it's in the States. That's as much as I know, really.
So, Charlotte is seen as the home of NASCAR. It has 2 NASCAR races in the season. One of them is on this Roval. The other one is on the full oval. The longest race of the season is an endurance round, known as the Coca-Cola 600. The Coke 600 was originally called the World 600. Very famous venue for those events. Not so famous for BUSR MX5 racing, but yeah, 1.5 mile oval. This particular layout is 3.6 kilometers. And a funny thing about this race on the NASCAR schedule is that it is the only one to be named in the way that it is. Because usually they name them after the amount of laps or the amount of miles they do. Sometimes both are the same. This race is known as the Bank of America Roval 400. Sponsored by the Bank of America. What do you think the 400 means, Doomskull?
I'm gonna say 400 kilometers or miles.
It is.
Miles,
it's 400
yeah.
kilometers. The American Racing Series, with all those running jokes you have about what the heck is a kilometer, it uses kilometers for this race Because it's a 400-kilometer race, which makes it 100 kilometers longer than an F1 race.
That is very interesting.
Yeah. You see the drivers having their little warm-up. That was Alder going by.
These warm-up times are fun. It's a good time. It's a good place to mess around if you're not feeling like it's your race anyway. Or it's good to practice if you think you have a good chance. And of course, use the opportunity to just crash into the nearest wall and see if I can make my engine blow up.
Ah, the Thomas Gaskins strategy, as
Yes.
it's known. So we should have probably a couple more minutes of warm-up. I haven't seen anybody being given any off-track and on-track. Marley Watts, who's just going for a bit of a gander. Cameron Gold, who won again. Marley Watts, who... Ooh, we've missed what actually happened there. So he's just deciding to run the grass and then gets... That's actually impressive there. I know that Marley Watts uses a direct drive wheel, so hopefully he's not been particularly affected by it.
Yeah, attempted to make a space program there, but I think a little more speed is required.
Jordan Turner has picked up the fastest lap. It's a 34.5. Alder already out on track and driving around a little bit as well. Marley Watts has hit a wall again. How's he done it this time? Is it overdriving? He's missing a wheel. He's kept going after having done this. I think they do a little trolling here. Then... yeah, just loose. Saves loose. And... wow.
We love the camera angles.
Yeah, it's gone to the end of that session, so now we are hitting the gridding again. This will be a 20-minute feature race. Yeah. They are moving already. Now, this grid was set from the results of the sprint. And Marley Watts decided he's not going to use all of the opportunity to warm up his tyres. But keep an eye on Jack Noller here, who is going to be started right behind Peter Stather. Sure, if he glues himself to the bumper of the 14, that he's going to try and make a very attacking move into the first corner. Was there contact there between Watts and Stather?
It looked like it would be very close, but I think perhaps not.
They're going to be going door to door. Stather goes. He gets a jump on everybody. We go green for the feature race. Here we go. Stather gets away well. Watts and Noller are just slotting in behind. Are we going to see somebody around in the background again this time? We have not. That's good. Everybody's gone through turn 1 safely. There's someone running off the rev limiter, though. Oh, and Noller!
another attempt at a space program. Slightly better this time, but
He gets on the
just a
inside of
touch more
what?
speed.
And Turner gets loose. Gold's got to run on Turner. Gonna look to the outside. You really want to save your moves till you get on the oval, though. I think Gold might be trying to do that. Really wants to make up for what happened in the first race. But yeah, Nolla, the big mover. Well, Nolla and Gold both gained a position from the start of the race. Meanwhile, Watson and Perkins lost one place. And look at this all over the curbs. What's happening with Jordan Turner there? Oh, he's had to cut the chicane. That's going to... well, not going to help him. Around the outside goes Gold because Jordan Turner has to serve a slowdown. Meanwhile, the battle up front... all the same at the end of lap 1. But what's going to happen with Nolla and Watts? Oh, a lot of curb there for Jack Nolla. These lot need to be careful they don't break a top mount or something. Nolla's gluing himself to the bumper of Stather. I wonder if he's going to try and learn from what Marley Watts did in race 1 and just sit on the tailgate, give him a little bump draft. Or maybe... oh, he turned it a bit too early there. Watts going to be able to have a great move. But Watts has gone high, Stather staying low, so it's going to be a slipstream battle. You can see the 776 gaining on the 360. Was pushing Nolla up towards Stather. Break for the bus stop now.
As far as accidents go, this race has been far cleaner so far.
So far, anything can happen in the BUSR, and it usually does. Nolla goes to the high side, coming into the final chicane. Watson looks to the outside. The chicane, but no change of position yet. The race is still young. 20 minutes of racing. We're currently 3 minutes in. Meanwhile, we have a message through in our chat from Angus Fender saying, Roval. I think Angus Fender is missing out, but he came in to talk to us just before this race to say that he may have had issues with his router, where it's been taking a lot of, well, it's been overheating. Been working overtime as we see Nolla working overtime around the outside of Stather into the bus stop. He's got the move done! He's got it a bit loose going over the curbs. Watts going to try and follow him through. Can we see Marley Watts be about to take the lead?
That could be a possibility here. Watts is gaining on Nolla there. Backing out a little bit. Oh no, not backing out at all. Trying to go around the outside there, but to no success. Nolla still leads.
Yeah, he still leads, and it's actually quite impressive how much he's able to hold on. Watts is looking up the inside. He's really impressive how he's using the toe and Stather. Oh, wow, look at this. Beat Stather as they go onto the gantry. He's looking up the inside of Marley Watts. He's back through into second.
Marley Watts keeps going a little bit wide on that one corner. And that time Stather was able to just go up the inside there and, well, take it for free almost.
Well, it's one of those ones where you've got to get the right balance, because you can do what does. Usually when you're running by yourself, it can be the quicker line. But you open yourself up to an attack up the inside, which Stather did, which slowed them both down. However, since they are in Mazdas, and they are on an oval now, Slipstream comes into it. Nola's going to defend the inside, using all of his Williams Esports knowledge to be able to do that. Stather's looking to the inside into the bus stop, though. It's not going to help him out, but it might throw Nola off a little bit, and it opens opportunity for Watts. All this has done is given Nola a bit more of an advantage, but with Slipstream the way it is, unless something goes wrong for these two RevSport drivers, guy who runs RevSport stickers on his real-life MX-5 is going to be under threat again sometime soon. But look at this. Charlotte Perkins and Cam Gold are having a little battle. Perkins only just got past Gold. He was here on the oval. Meanwhile, this was into turn 1. We've just missed this, Doom. What's through on Stather? Good move there by Marley. Oh, and Stather's loose! He saves it! Good job by the Scotsman.
Yeah, that would have been a very scary moment there.
But
go a little too far into the corner.
Something's about to go wrong for Cameron Gold. Oh, it's the wall again. Oh, that's bad. Oh, that's really bad. He's flipped. He's torn the wheel off and he's flipped the car. He's going to have to have towed. That's
impressive.
Yeah, and that's 2 more positions lost. No, he's just staying on his roof. He's going to blow up his engine if he's not careful.
Yeah, who needs an engine anyway?
You suggest... Oh, there we are. He's towed now. So, you're about to suggest that Cam Gold Flintstones his way through this race?
Yes, exactly.
Oh, that was a lot of curb there from Marley Watson. Third one. I think Nola used quite a bit as well. Oh, and Watts has gone off the track. He's on the grass. Saves it. Good job. Now if you Stather, well, let's have it on board. Now, Bedo and the tachometer are not showing the right dials because obviously he's not got 0 revs or going 0 miles per hour. But this is the thing with us spectating. Only the drivers and people in that driver's spotting crew will be able to see the onboard. And Watts gets loose. Stather's going to look up the inside. Oh, and they touch!
Oh! That was not pretty at all.
Stather's lost his
Lots
bumper.
of damage.
In the wall. Charlotte Perkins is in 3rd place. She's about to inherit 2nd. Stather's going to have to pit with that damage. Let's have another look at that.
I can't believe we saw it live from the POV.
So, Stather hits the curb, and there was nothing Watts could do about that. That's completely on Peter Stather, but he was just a passenger when he hit those curbs. Oh, hang on! What's this I hear? This is Jonah Turner and Marley Watts. What's going to happen here into the final couple of corners? Oh, no!
Oh!
Oh, and Alder hits them as well! Stather's come back out the pit lane. I don't know if he's going to know that that's happened. But he's going to catch up to a Jonah Turner who's missing a nose, a Tom Alder who's missing a nose. Marley Watts is still going. His rear right wheel's gone. Look at this! I think that Marley Watts is trying out for the next edition of Tokyo Drift.
Yeah, it's helping with the turning into right corners, but besides that, not much.
What's it going to do for the left-handers, though, Doom? Especially on the oval.
That'll be interesting. That'll be interesting to see.
Do you want to know how they do? Oh! Watts is getting loose. Did he just hit the curb? That's what's happened there. I think the battle is going to be here with Turner and Alder, and Stanner's going to go around the high side, and Turner's trying to fight back. This is going to go so wrong. Oh, no! Jordan!
It looks like Peter Stanner didn't take much damage from that, luckily. But that was not what you wanted to see at all.
Why did Jordan go high? He was pitting. Why did he go to the right-hand side of the track? Meanwhile, Watts is still cruising around. Where's Jack Noller? Jack Noller's going on to the oval. Do you think Watts is going to get lapped before he hits the pits? I don't think he will, because he's about to come down the front stretch. He must have been shown the meatball. Good job getting it stopped.
Yeah, that car was going all sorts of sideways. Probably quite scary to put any brakes on.
Alder's back out. Turner's back out. Gold hasn't come back out. Watts is about to pull up in his box.
Oh, that looks funny.
And now he goes back out. In the background, you see Jack Noller. Now there's going to be a very lowly third place. Hang on, what's just happened here? What's this notification I've just got? It's Tom Alder. Gets loose. And hang on, does Jordan Turner do the same thing? Synchronized spinning in the BUSR.
Very impressive that they didn't even touch.
It's synchronized spinning, Doom. That's why I tell you it's synchronized spinning. But they're going to be a
make that
an
Olympic sport. We would win that all day, every day.
No, that would be the Ferrari team. If they made it an Olympic sport, it would just be Italy, right? It'd just be Italy, and they just show up with a Ferrari. You'll be fine. I wonder if anybody's going to try and go all out for the fastest lap now. It's currently held by Jack Noller with a 32 dead.
That would be quite hard to beat. I'm not sure I saw a faster lap than that in qualifying. Maybe I'm wrong, though.
I think we had a 31 in race 1, though. Noller's not cruising. And on the last lap, Charlotte Perkins was... Oh, she was quite close to Jack Noller in terms of lap time.
Yeah, only about 7 seconds behind. That's... overall, in race time, that is. That's not bad.
She's closing in on him a bit here. I think Noller's had a bit of a slow lap. I don't know if he's nursing any damage. Charlotte's been quite lucky this race that she hasn't been involved in any contact, unlike 5 of the 7 cars. Maybe 6 of the 7 cars, because Noller's had a couple of moments, and he's using all the curb there. Charlotte's not used the second curb. She's got a nice gap back to Peter Stadler. Stadler really shouldn't be able to catch her at the end of the race. Nola does not need to be using this much curb. Yeah, and that was a 132.68. See what Charlotte can do. The 4:16. So she was faster than Nola that last lap by 0.2 of a second. No! Nola gets loose. Ooh. He saves it.
That was actually a pretty lucky place to half spin because he already needed to be turning into that corner anyway. But yeah, I'm thinking either some light steering damage perhaps, or maybe just worn tires for Nola there.
Don't know about steering damage. Probably some aerodynamic damage because he did do a bit of bumping and drafting here. Oh. Noticed, Marley Watts has managed to get an overtake on Tom Alder. Probably under slipstream, and now he's in the tow of Jonan Turner. Marley be trying to go for the fastest lap. It's his fastest lap this time round, a 32.37. Still a few tenths off of the fastest lap of the race. Right on the bumper of Jonan Turner. Look around the outside. He's going to be able to hold on. Does Jonan have some damage that we aren't really aware of? Well, he holds it. Continues to hold it. Goes wide out. Gets the inside. And yeah, that's the overtake done. Marley Watts back up into P4.
Very nice overtaking there. I think that was well planned out.
Oh, and he gets loose. He hits the wall. That front left might be ripped off again. Have a look at his steering.
That was a pretty quick stop. The steering seems fine.
No, you can hear some wheel rub.
I can't with the view I'm getting, but don't worry.
Yeah, yeah, he's got front left damage.
Yeah, that.
But it's a white flag, right. Is it?
Oh no, you can't.
Well, here's for Jack Nola, who's just lapped Marley Watts. White flag is out. This is the final lap. And Jack Nola, well, he's just seen the person he was battling in the early stages of this race with a broken suspension for the second time. Can't really say it's absolutely faultless, but for the Williams Esports driver and the Go For It racer in real life at the Masters, he's going to be very happy about this one.
Yeah, I'm sure he will be. Charlotte Perkins will also be very happy.
Oh, we just heard. Sorry, Doom. What's his hit a wall? I heard a small explosion in the background. Ah, that's why.
Ah, yeah.
Early bath for the 776 car. Meanwhile, for the 360, I think he's going to leave this as the points leader. Second in qualified to Peter Stather, who is likely to pick up third place in this one. Third in the first race, though that could be subject to change because we have stewarding after this. That finish line crash with Marley Watts. But coming through the final couple of corners, Jack Nola wins at the Charlotte Roval.
Very nice, very good drive from him. But then Charlotte Perkins, P2, top of the student class. Very nice.
And Peter Staller is going to be coming around the final couple of corners as well. And Staller celebrates third place in the only way he knows how. With a massive accident.
Now that is a space program.
Charlotte Perkins is celebrating her second place, and Nolla's doing some celebratory donuts. Meanwhile, our final two are battling through the final couple of corners. And it is going to be Joan and Turner from top order, 4th and 5th. Which, yeah, brings us an end to the on-track action today. See if these two do anything to celebrate. Blooms of smoke. I wonder if we're about to see another entry into the space program. No. Turner pulls over. Order. Sounds like he's trying to blow his engine up. And he hits a wall. So, Team Skull. There you are.
Ah, there I am.
What did you think of the race today?
Yeah, no, it was very good actually. Lots of action there. Saw so many overtakes. I was actually a bit surprised. I thought we'd be seeing a few less, considering there was only 7 people in the grid. But we also saw so many accidents. That was very interesting.
Yeah, it was interesting to see how many we had to the scale, right?
Yeah, the scale of the accidents was really big for only 7 people driving. But what was I to expect? This is the BUSR. we are masters at this.
Yeah. It's very us to have had a race as chaotic and as wonderful. We'll see 3 people waiting for interviews. So let's start off with our series organizer. 3rd place in the feature race, Peter Stather. Peter, how did you find that?
It was quite good fun. I kind of messed up the second race a bit, but the first one was an absolute blast.
And you talk about messing up the second one. What went through your head? Because it looks like you took too much curb, and then you were just a passenger, and it was just yourself and Marley.
Yeah. Yep, I just took too much curb, and I tried to throttle up to get it to slide, and it just went straight. And at that point, like, it's like, yeah, we're having an accident. And the moment after we hit, I saw my front bumper go sliding across the track, so I knew at that point I was gonna have to take my quick repair. There was no staying out with that, but yeah, that certainly could have been better.
Excellent. Do we've got any questions for Peter?
No.
All right, one more for me, which is with pole and the win in the sprint.
Yeah.
Does that bode well for your championship chances? Because 3rd place overall in this one means you're going to be very close to Jack Nolla in terms of the
definitely. I'll be a little bit behind Jack overall, but like it was not a bad round. A win and a 3rd, and hopefully come the oval rounds, I should be like decent there. Maybe not so much at Charlotte. That's more plate racing. It's more luck for based, but come USA, I think I should be able to win that race. Hopefully, so. And a few of the other tracks are quite good for me as well, so I have good hopes for the championship.
Excellent. Thanks for joining us, Peter, and good luck.
Yeah, thank you for doing this.
And let's speak to 2nd place now. Charlotte Perkins, congratulations on 2nd place. How does that feel?
Very good, very good.
Excellent. Doom was rooting for you the entire time.
Yeah, so I'm told this was your first time on iRacing here today. I don't know. Was it your first time ever, or just first time in the BUSR?
First time in the BUSR. Not first time ever. I've drove a few Formula Ford races like in the last week or so, but yeah, apart from that, no experience on the platform whatsoever.
And how do you find it?
That's
Because sorry, Doom. You first.
no, that's quite impressive because you took that second place quite convincingly in the second race there.
Yeah, I just had to keep it consistent, and I was trying to catch Jack at the end, but Jack was just quicker than me, and yeah.
And Charlotte, you're a veteran of the BUSR at this point, despite having been in for what 2 years, and you've competed.
Yeah.
This is now you've competed in every series that we've got. So, getting second place on the first try—that's your best finish in the BUSR. How does that feel?
Very good. It was kind of partially helped by the low turnout, but I had to keep it on the road to get the result. So,
Well, thank you for joining us, and congratulations.
thank you.
And now we're going to hear from our race winner, Jack Noller. Firstly, congratulations. How do you feel about the win in race 2?
Bit quiet in the end, but it's good to start off the season like that and win that way round to go. Although winning the first one would have been nice, but to do a third and then the first is the right way round to do it for the points.
Excellent. And you spoke about the first race. How did you feel about the ending of that one? Because it looked like you guys were giving each other a bit of tough love, let's say.
I just outbroke myself like a very clever man I am. Yeah, I had that one fine, but I just broke too late for last chicane, and Pete just drove around me. Yes, I had been parking the bus the entire last lap, and Pete had been just driving in the back of me, which is fine, but is what I wanted to do. But yeah, I just messed up my braking point in the last chicane and got out dragged by the two of them to the line. Whether Marley bonked me or not, he would have driven past me towards the finish line anyway. So I threw that one away on the first one, but as I said, if you're going to throw one away, you throw away the first one and get the win on the second.
Excellent. Doom, have you got any questions for Jack?
Trying to think of something to link your actual driving experience in the Mazdas to this. Would you say that? How would you say the car felt in this as to what you normally feel when you're racing in real life?
So either way, it's closer than it was. The previous version of the Mazda was a bit too all over the place, and that obviously here is a slightly different model. The brakes are probably a bit, you can just smash them and you hold them for a bit longer, but brakes in sim racing is a bit further away than brakes in real life. But generally, the way it behaves, I think once it lets go now, it doesn't just spin instantly as much as it used to, but it's still a bit much. I think cold tires is a bit extreme still, but not as much as it used to be. So it's a good sense. I do use it to practice for the real life racing, but it's not identical because it's a different car, but it's pretty close overall.
That's very interesting. Thank you.
Excellent. Congratulations, Jack Noller, and good luck for the rest of the seasons.
Thank you very much.
And one of the things that I mentioned, Doom, was that Charlotte, she competes in all of our series. And we have ACC, which you competed in on Monday.
Yeah,
that didn't go better,
very well.
Though Ed Haskell certainly remembers. Then we've got F1, which will be broadcast on here on Saturday, so be sure to stay tuned for that one. Meanwhile, the ACC Round 2 on Monday is also at 7 p.m. And we have a fourth series, Dirt Rally 2.0, which, well, you're the reigning champion for the student class. Jack Noller's the reigning overall champion. And it heads to Scotland in R2 machinery. So, how do you find those different series prepare you? Because you're competing in 3 of them this season. How do you find each of them change in terms of the approach?
Well, this season I'm actually only competing in 2. I'm not doing iRacing. I did that last season. But yeah, no, the approach is very different to them. For ACC, my usual approach is just come in an hour before the race, do a bit of practice for the qualifying, and then just see what happens. Whereas for Dirt Rally, I know I have that potential to actually do well, so I will usually practice a lot harder. I will maybe even take several days to do the practice before I do my run onto the leaderboard there. Yeah, I don't know what else to like really add there. They're very different sports, obviously, because one, you're competing against other drivers on the same track, whilst in rally it's against the clock, so you're competing against yourself. Um, it's quite a mind game with rally, in my opinion, because you think you need to do better, but really it's just making sure you're consistent. That's far more important than trying to perhaps outdo yourself.
Yeah, and well, we have so many different people from the world of sim racing who compete. Jack Lawler, for example, of Williams Esports, Angus Fender, who is currently with Rocket Sim Sport, I believe, also has some involvements with Brabham. Alexa Gates has involvements with Brabham here in the BUSR, and we have people from all different walks of life competing. Our championships are open to anybody who looks to compete. You can join us at busr.gg/discord for more. And whilst the F1 one, though, is open to students only, yeah, any of the other ones you can join in. And we have so many other casual things going on. It's a wonderful community that we've just celebrated our 3rd anniversary, and it is as fantastic as ever. But,
Wait, only 3rd?
yeah,
Wow, okay.
2020. June
Wow.
28th, 2020.
I feel like I've been here forever.
I've been here since I have actually been in here since I think June 26th, so before the first event. So I am literally part of the furniture here. I'm like this handy DD unit sitting in front of me. But anyways, that's that for the first round of the iRacing season. I've been Cav.
I've been Doom.
And we'll see you again soon. Bye bye for now.
Bye.